Welcome friends to today's video, and I would like to talk about how extremely bullish this market has become. It's completely blowing every expectation away. And where are we headed now with the Bitcoin and crypto market in general? And if you don't want to miss any important updates on the crypto market, Bitcoin, altcoins in general, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any important updates. So let's take a look at some charts, right? Now looking at the weekly chart, weekly means the width of one candlestick is 1 week, we can see that Bitcoin has some extremely bullish price action. We broke through all resistance levels. We are comfortably sitting now at 61,800 at time of recording. So we broke through all the Fibonacci levels. I have the Bollinger Bands activated now and the Stochastic RSI. And you can see the long-term trend channel that goes back to the very early days of Bitcoin, the famous curved trend channel of diminishing returns. So what has Bitcoin done? Bitcoin has done something super bullish. It has closed in the weekly candle above the upper Bollinger Band, which is crazy bullish. Okay, this is super bullish price action. So we can see that the weekly Bollinger Band was at about 58,800 and the weekly candle closed at an incredible 61,500. Okay, so we closed above the weekly Bollinger Band. This is extremely bullish and is exactly what Bitcoin did last year before the last bull run started in the end of 2020. We can see that all the weekly candles here in 2020, when the bull run started, closed above the weekly Bollinger Band. This one, 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 all closed above the weekly Bollinger Band. This here is the only candle that didn't close above the weekly Bollinger Band, but it was time for some sideways action or correction. And then this one, this one, this one, and this one, and even this one, all closed above the weekly Bollinger Band. So this is super bullish, and it looks more and more for me like a repeat of what happened in late 2020. We remember in late 2020, in around early October, BTC started pumping. And if we were to just overlay this, what happened then with the current price action, we would get something like this, right? Not exactly like this. It's doing a bit of a different thing every time, but if it were just to repeat 2020, we would do this here. We would pump now to 79,000, 80,000, small correction, then upwards to 150,000 to the upper resistance area of this long-term trend channel, and then again a correction, and then the final push to around 250,000 in February, March 2020. Okay, if this was to repeat, we don't know if it will repeat, but if the next weekly candle now, so the candle of this week, again closes above the Bollinger Band, so if this candle now goes up and we close somewhere here, and the Bollinger Band will continue like this here, then I suspect that this is super insane bullish price action, and this in turn means that a repeat of 2020 will become more and more likely, and this would mean a continuous pumping for 4, 5, 6 months until March 2022 roughly. This would be absolutely crazy, and we would reach prices of over 200,000, around 230, 250,000. But of course, how high it will exactly go, no one knows. Okay, so the market certainly looks super bullish. The Stochastic RSI still has a lot of room to go up. It can stay overbought for many weeks. However, I don't think it can stay overbought like this without correction all the time. So I think we will get an intermediate correction at some point, because we can see this happened every time, even here. It was pumping all the time, and then we had an intermediate correction in January 2021, which made the Stochastic RSI fall off. So I think that something similar might happen. We might pump now for quite a few weeks, and then intermediate correction, and then the final push for however high it will go. No one knows, 200,000 plus minus. Looking at the total altcoin market, denoted by total 2 on TradingView, we can see that still not so much has happened since the last time. We are still trying to complete a cup and handle pattern. The altcoin market still has not broken through. I mean, currently I'm thinking that this might be a cup and handle pattern and that we break through here, But of course, this is not necessarily true. We could also get some kind of correction, you know, we go down again and then up and then break through at some point later. Because this could also be ascending triangle of some sort, right? We could see some sort of ascending triangle, and then basically it would take a bit longer to play out, but the end result would be the same, namely that the altcoin market breaks through this wedge here and goes to much higher market caps. How high? We said last time in the last video, we made some Fibonacci extensions and came to the conclusion that it will probably go to the full extension at around 7.5 to 8 trillion dollars. So the altcoin markets could still 5, 6 or 7-fold from here on onwards, which is quite a nice prospect. So looking again at the Bollinger Band, we can see it's looking excellent, and indeed, if we are lucky, we can just get a repeat of this whole thing here, but looking like this maybe, and bringing us to prices of over 200,000, 250,000, and this would be just crazy. It would be just amazing. Is it possible? We said yes, of course it is possible. Market cap wise, there's too little supply on the exchanges, and the Fibonacci extensions also tell the story that yes, this would be no problem. We can see that the full 4.236 extension is at 288,000, and if we actually copy the run from October 2020 to May 2021 this year, we can see that actually it would fit quite nicely, right? This is just like what happened last year, and we just overlay it to what happens now. So this would almost perfectly hit the full 4.236 Fibonacci extension at 288,000. Okay, of course, depending on how exactly you like to place the Fibonacci extensions and retracements. Do you like to put it onto the candle closes or on the maximum candle price? You know, you can wobble around a bit so it changes slightly, but the overall picture looks super bullish. And also interestingly, the 289,000 level for the 4.236 Fibonacci extension is almost exactly what Plan B's stock to flow model is predicting. It's predicting, as far as I know, a median value of 288,000 for the peak of this cycle. And we can go to a site here called stats.buybitcoinworldwide.com/stock to flow, and we can see that currently the stock to flow predicts like a median value of 107,000. We are of course still below that, but we can see that in every cycle we massively overshot the stock to flow. So in 2011 we brutally overshot, in 2013 also, in 2017 also overshot the stock to flow by a factor of 3. So I assume we will also overshoot the median stock to flow, and therefore a target of 288,000 seems absolutely possible. So we will have to wait and see how the next weekly candle will close, but if the next weekly candle also will close above the weekly Bollinger Band, then it will be insane, and then I suspect we really will see a repeat of last year when it just continuously pumped from October 2020 till April, May 2021. This could happen again, and we will be at prices of over 200,000 by April or May next year. Very nice prospects, I would say. So then that was it for today. Quite short, a nice short and brief summary of the market. Stay tuned for the next video. I will try to update as often as possible. And I would say have a nice day and see you next time.